However, based on the nature of our discussions, it seems that I have no choice but to do so. As I previously mentioned, as an appointee of President Cory Aquino, I helped solve the problem of overstaying Filipino workers in Taiwan. I also helped arrange the supplemental supply of rice for the Philippines. And further, I helped address the situation of productive but undocumented Chinese immigrants in the Philippines. In addition to this accomplishment, I wish to point to the number of trade and investment missions and activities I headed during this time. This includes chair of the World Chinese Traders Congress hosted by Philippines in 1989, which involved more than 35 countries and over 500 businessmen, head of trade missions to many ASEAN nations and economies, including Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, and Vietnam in 1987 and 1988, head of the ASEAN Business Leaders Conference in Manila in 1988. Your Honor, I think some of photos of these activities have already been distributed by the CA to secretariats. Furthermore, I participated in numerous other business missions to different countries during the President Aquino's time. In all of this, I believe I have helped to facilitate trade and investments as well as much business opportunities between Filipino businessmen and that foreign counterparts. I hope you will agree with me that I was not just an honorary emissary, but indeed a working ambassador. Since that time, as a private citizen over the past 20 years, I have traveled to China probably 100 times as a businessman and as a guest of various social and cultural activities. Through this visit, I have developed very good relations with a great many Chinese businessmen and officials. Because of this, I have developed a deep understanding and insight into China affairs, Chinese business, its culture, and the Chinese way of thinking. This complements my long-standing knowledge development as a keen student of Chinese history and culture of the years. Not only do I know how to speak, act, and behave properly in the context of the culture and traditions, but moreover, I can speak Mandarin fluently and communicate effectively. I believe I have earned the respect of Chinese officials and businessmen in my dealings with them over the years. I think it is fair to say that this was confirmed by the recent visit of the President, which I was a part of. I would like to think I contributed in my own small way to the success of this visit. I respectfully submit that my experience provides me with the background, knowledge, and skills regarding China, which are far better than what one can learn through any education. I hope to be able to contribute even more than what I have done in the past 25 years. I am optimistic I can build on the good relations between the Philippines and China. Should you afford me the opportunity by confirming the President's appointment of your humble public servant. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Senate President, did you want to question him? Then, Senator Osmeña has made a reservation. Please proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Lee.
Good morning
to everybody.
Your Honor.
In the last hearing, the committee requested a copy of your appointment papers as Ambassador at Large by President Corazon Aquino. We have not received that. Are you ready to submit that?
Your Honor, I did submit it.
I beg your pardon?
I did submit it. Already submitted, I'm sure.
May I ask the Secretary?
He already submitted it. We shall now have a chance to examine the document. Please find it as soon
Secondly,
as possible. Can we move on to the next question?
How many years did you attend the summer camp of the Kuomintang Party?
Not exactly how many years. It's just period, 2 months a year, maybe I think 3 years consecutive from 1953. I told you, Your Honor, last time. 3 years maybe.
So you only attended it 3 years in a row?
Yes, Your Honor.
For 2 or 3 months?
Your Honor, yes.
Did you send your son also to attend summer camp?
No.
So
No, sir.
that tradition was broken after your generation?
Because, Your Honor, at that time there was no other place that extend such an education.
There was no other place. Will you continue? I didn't understand the last part of your sentence.
Aside from here local to learn Mandarin, Chinese, it's only Taiwan that I can approach with conveniences, and I see no other way to go.
Senator Osmeña, please forgive me, but apparently there are no records that the nominee has been previously appointed as ambassador to Taiwan. He means that he has
Not
furnished
Taiwan.
a copy of the appointment by President Benigno Aquino to the President. But by President Corazon Aquino, apparently there is none.
Madam Chair, he said he was appointed ambassador at large.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a copy.
Well, then will you furnish it to Senator Osmeña, please? Give it to Senator Osmeña here.
This was an honorary position. The compensation was 1 peso a year. And this, and it continues, Mr. Senate President, this appointment being in the nature of an honorary appointment shall not entitle you to the salaries and allowances granted to regular officers and employees of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Mr. Secretary of the Committee, will you please reproduce this document for our own files and return the original to him and furnish a special copy to Senator Osmeña? Senator Osmeña, please proceed.
Yes, Mr. Ambassador, it is well known in the Chinese community that the Kuomintang Party, the party of Chiang Kai-shek, had these annual summer camps where they invited Chinese nationals or expatriates to send their sons to Taiwan. I'm sorry, let me be more accurate. For 2 to 3 months a year in order to develop the network that they were trying to promote. So there were Chinese nationals from Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, the Philippines, and various countries in Asia. Was this the same program that you were a part of?
I suppose we take that advantage to learn more.
It doesn't
language.
matter what the advantage is. I was just talking about the program. This
The program is
existed.
just now. China also have. It's only lately.
Mr. Ambassador, could you answer my
Yes.
question precisely? There
This-
was such a program.
Along that line,
Yes.
I was still just 19, 18 years old.
Mr. Ambassador, could you answer my question precisely? Was there such a program?
I think so.
You
I have
think
to
so?
say I think so because I'm not mature enough to know those
And
organizations.
looking back, you don't know.
I have to recall because
All right.
that was there.
And you were billeted in
My
mini
parents.
dormitory. Can you
Okay,
just listen, all right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you will not be responding to the question.
Thank you.
You were billeted in dormitories throughout the summer.